fought the rest, now try the best!
So it says, getting angry at Harada since Clive was released rather than Tifa is useless, since collab decisions are often decided by people above him in Bandai Namco and Square Enix. Okay, that's not true. Nakatsu said he came up with the idea, and then he brought it to Harada. Harada's the one who says we need $250,000 so we can show it at the Game Awards. And he has to prove to those guys why that's a good idea. That's what Harada does. The guys above him don't do that. So there's this new idea, emerging in the player base that they don't want to give us Tifa. And it's not that they don't want to give us Tifa, it's that they don't want to give anyone Tifa. This is just speculation, but also might be partially true. Square Enix is being protective about some character image. That's why they won't let Tifa in Tekken, since they don't want to see her get beaten up or people doing weird stuff. I think there can be some truth to this, because we heard this before, have we not? When people wanted Kiryu in the game, what did the developers say? They said no, because they don't want him hitting women. And that's a form of protecting the character's image. And characters who are under those restrictions, they never get let loose. So if this is what the player base believes is the reason why Clive was picked over Tifa, then the conclusion we come to is that she will never be in Tekken. Because if they're protecting her image, they will do that to the end of time. And the same thing with Kiri Kazama. If they're protecting his image, it's over. Can I get a yes or no if you guys like Clive or not? I don't know where people are getting this information from. I have no clue. But I believe FeedX tweeted out some stuff about this. I wouldn't be surprised if there's like a game dev passing this information along to these guys to try to, calm everyone down or whatever. FeedX says the collaboration started around 6 months before Final Fantasy 16 release, so around December 2022. I don't know where he's getting this information from. We didn't see the first Tekken 8 gameplay teaser until around the same time. Clive was going to be in Tekken 8 before we even started asking for Tifa. We were still playing Tekken 7. For the past 2 years, he was responding to all of these tweets about Tifa, knowing very well that he was going to put Clive into the game. His response to this should have been, no, we're not going to do Tifa. Tifa is a very difficult character to get, and the chances of us getting that character is very, very low. So don't get your hopes up. That's what he should have said. How many views does this have? This only has 200,000 views. Holy smokes. Tekken trailer have 600,000? For Tekken is trending number 14. The Clive trailer, which you guys is saying that's going to kill the game, has more views than the Borderlands 4 trailer. Who uploaded a rant? I want to see a rant about why Clive should not be in the game. D all the way G? Okay, let's see.
This fucking protagonist in Final Fantasy 16 was just as terrible as fucking Noctis, and now we're getting him in Tekken 8.
I don't know where this idea that Noctis is not popular came from. This is something that the players convinced themselves of, but it's not true.
He lied about two things. Number one, he lied about saying that there weren't going to be no guest characters when it came to Tekken 8 in Season 1. He said that.
Harada never said that. This was back in 2023. This is before the entire roster was out. And Harada says there's a character that should be made before guest characters, so please forget about guest characters for now. When you make a statement like this, you got to show the evidence.
Everybody wanted Tifa Lockhart. So for those of y'all saying that this shit is hype and this shit is awesome, y'all some fucking liars.
We have this poll. When's the last time you played Final Fantasy? A lot of you guys are saying you haven't played it in years and never played it. And I would imagine that some of you guys are also the ones who are saying put Tifa in the game. And me personally, bro, I am going to request something that I've experienced. Maybe you have experienced Tifa. Actually, correction. Maybe you haven't played Tifa, but maybe you have been experiencing Tifa. This is the most searched characters on, you see the website right there, right? Tifa's number 3. So maybe you guys have been experiencing Tifa and you just haven't been playing Tifa. It makes sense. Not worth it. I won't be buying season 2. I'm happy that you guys got scorched here. Of course, I don't want you guys to waste your money and whatnot, but I feel like this was a learning lesson for you, Eventually you were going to reach a point where you bought something and it was not going to turn out well. So I'm happy that it happened now, and now you can be more smart with your money. Because I called it from the start, bro. I was like, why would you ever buy a battle pass when you have no clue what it can be? You're basically gambling. You're rolling the dice on who the characters will be, and the odds is so skewed against you. You know what I mean? It's literally gambling. Okay, let's look at, you guys said Mike Hollow made a video.
If you are enjoying it, that's good for you. And I'm not here to rain on your parade. So if
I like how Mike has spent 2 minutes of this video basically because he knows the reaction that people will have, right? If he start off the video like D did, where he's just like, this video, this character sucks and this character sucks and I'm speaking facts and it sucks, you're gonna have it. Look at the dislike ratio. Bro got clapped up with these dislikes. 140 dislikes versus Mike, which is only 31. Okay, now let's look at King J's take.
Bro, this is another thing I hate. Characters doing, every character does somersault in this game.
I think that they gave that to a lot of characters because it's very effective. So here is the win rate charts. This is pretty much the last one we got for Tekken 7, right? When you look at Kazuya, Jin, Steve, and even Kazumi, these characters don't really do the whole evasion. They don't have things that work in online. One of the most execution heavy characters in Tekken 7 was Lee, Brian Fury, and also Nina. And look at those characters. That's why I think it's not all execution why they're so low. I think that it's because they don't have orbitals or crushing or evasion, which is why Jin Kazama in Tekken 7, he has that backflip attack, he has that down 2 which crushes highs, and Steve Fox, he has that peekaboo stand. Kazuya, he still doesn't really have evasion like that in this game, and which is why I think his win rate is one of the worst in the game, because he still doesn't have the whole backflip thing like the other characters.
Yeah.
That's real disappointment. Bro, I really think me playing Yoshimitsu has a lot to do with why I am not upset with Clive. It would be like straight up hypocritical for me to be talking trash about Clive playing Tekken 8 Yoshi, you know? Hey, thank you for the donut, bro. W Clive for over Unga Bunga Harang Asuka hybrid. Everyone says it's not Tekken every single time a new character comes out. When you say enough is enough, you can only say that if you were protesting the entire time. That's when you say enough is enough. If Armor King released and they completely overhaul his gameplay, I expect the same level of energy. That's all that I'm saying. Because everyone's saying that Clive is different from what came before, but they're completely ignoring all of the other things that's also different from what came before. That's all that I'm trying to highlight. The reason why I'm saying this is because if you are not consistent, how do you expect the developers to change? I love Clive, and he is at the moment the most powerful protagonist in the whole Final Fantasy series, along with Lightning. I don't know who that is. They are above God level. That's why it don't make sense. He's way too strong. Oh, okay. Bro, the reason why Clive is hated is because nobody asks for him, but he's going to be volatile, especially when Tekken 8 is already forced 50-50 heat problem. It's going to be annoying. But yeah, I think that no matter who the character is, bro, I think it's going to be super overpowered, no matter who it is. You know, and maybe that's why I'm not even considering that. Gon became a Tekken 3 guest character because the manga is that beautiful and he was the first. Clive gets treated as Final Fantasy 16 promo and not as a guest character. And I think that speaks more to how that was a very wholesome era where people weren't trying to make the most money possible. And now that's what people do, right? People try to make the most money possible at every turn. So there will be a lot of cross promotion. So I think you're definitely right with that. I think you're definitely right. And thanks for the dono as well, you know. At least let me be annoyed by a character I would have liked to see. After all, the bad blood Tekken 8 has created, the fan base. Yeah, so I agree with that as well, right? I was saying they're going to show a guest character, and no matter who it is, it's going to be OP. So it might as well be a character that you guys like versus a character that you don't like, because it's going to be busted regardless, and at least you can enjoy the character, the name, the personality, the whatever, because the gameplay is going to be bad either way, right? So it seems like you didn't get lucky there. The gameplay is not something that you like, and the character isn't either, but it seems like I was the one who got lucky. Strangely, I wasn't interested in the guest character DLC at all, right? I was very happy with just playing